Hello everyone, I hope you're all having a fabulous day. Today I wanted to talk about forever items. Now we all have favorite items in our collections, right? Bags or small leather goods that we absolutely love, that we're constantly gravitating towards, but we may not necessarily think that they'll be there within 5 years time or 10 years time. I'm talking about the items that you can honestly say will be with you until the very end. Of course that's an exaggeration because nobody can tell the future, but let's pretend. Let's say that you can, and I wanted to share my items with you. I have 4 small leather goods and 4 handbags with 2 honorable mentions, and I will be giving you the reasons why. This video was requested by my beautiful friend Nettie, or Nettie's World for You. She's also a YouTuber. Make sure and check her out. And it inspired me to make this a tag video. So I will be tagging some people on the description box below, and I tag any of you guys that want to share with us because I think that this would be a fun topic to or a fun video to be able to film, or just in general if you want to share your items with us. So I hope that you enjoy this video. If you do, make sure and give it a thumbs up. And without further ado, let's get started, shall we? Forever items for me are almost always attached with sentimental value. The memories that I've been able to make or where I got the item, but the greatest thing about the items that I'm going to share with you are items that I still end up gravitating towards. So that makes me very happy. It's not like they're just sitting on my shelf. Alright, so the first bag is this beauty. This is the Louis Vuitton Speedy 30 in Demi. As most of you know, I do have a Speedy bandolier and I use it quite often. It's one of my favorite bags, but I will forever be a classic Speedy type of person. I like the silhouette that it has, and I'm crazy about the demi when the patina starts to turn that beautiful honey golden color. But the reason why this bag in particular will stay in my collection is because this was one of my souvenirs from my very first trip to Paris. And what made that trip so special was the fact that Robert actually put it together as a surprise for my birthday. So every single solitary time that I use this bag, it reminds me of our trip. It reminds me of everything that we were able to experience when we were over there. So that's why it holds such a special place in my heart, and I will never ever get rid of it. So the Louis Vuitton Speedy 30 in Demi. The next bag I have recently dubbed a forever item, and that is the Chanel GST, or the Grand Shopping Tote, in the black caviar leather with the gold hardware. Now, even though I appreciate a crossbody bag and a top handle bag, I will forever be a tote girl. That is my all-time favorite type of silhouette, my all-time favorite type of bag to carry. You're hands-free, yet you can also carry everything that you need with you, and you guys know how I feel about that. I want to carry everything and the kitchen sink. But I really like the simplicity of this tote. I love the fact that it has the quilts on the front and on the back, and I feel that it's really kept its shape. So I like how easy it is to be able to retrieve my items, and it's very comfortable to use on my shoulder. And I've had this bag for, I think, 4 years, maybe 4.5, going on 4.5 years if I'm not mistaken. So it's been with me for a long time, and I might not use it as much as I used to when I first got it, but it is still a forever piece nonetheless. So the Chanel GST in the black caviar leather with the gold hardware. The next beauty will definitely not be a surprise, and that is the Chanel medium large in the black caviar leather with the silver hardware. Now this bag also has a lot of sentimental value. It was a gift from Robert for one of our anniversaries, and I love it. I think it's such an awesome bag. I'm able to dress it up and dress it down. You guys know how casual of a dresser I am. So to me, being able to wear this at any point in time makes it really fun to be able to incorporate into my daily lifestyle. But to be honest, the main reason why it's also a forever piece is because every single time I use it, for the most part, something really great ends up happening that ends up turning into an awesome memory. It's almost like it's my good luck charm type of bag. I don't know, maybe I'm looking into it a little too much, but for the most part, every time I use it, either, you know, we end up having this thing happen or that thing happen. It's something that we continuously start talking about as the months go by. So, I don't know, I feel like it's, like I said before, it's almost like my good luck charm or my ridiculously happy handbag. I don't know, but I love this bag, so it will never ever leave my collection. And it's also been dubbed my most used handbag for 2 years in a row. So that makes me very happy. So the Chanel medium large in the black caviar leather with the silver hardware. The next bag is not a luxury bag, but it is a bag that I have had for almost 20 years. Right? I think almost 20 years. And even though I haven't used it for the last 10 years, I will still never part with it because it is incredibly special to me. And it is this beauty. This is the Coach Demi baguette, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was the name. I don't know. But it is in pink, and it has the pink suede on the bottom, and you also have the pink suede little handle. It kind of reminds me of a Louis Vuitton pochette accessoire. But this bag is very, very special to me because my dad actually gave it to me, and it was my first expensive handbag, because up until that point I had handbags, you know, from this store or that store, nothing really fancy or anything like that. But this bag, he was just like, I want to get this for you. You deserve it. You know, I was doing really, really good in school, and that's this bag. I mean, I used to death. I used it everywhere. You can see that it has color transfer on the sides because I rocked it. It didn't matter in the rain. I just absolutely loved it. You know, and it kind of makes me want to start using it again, because Coach will forever have a special place in my heart. Because after this bag, as the years went by, I started to get really into Coach. I loved Coach, and then I ended up selling everything that I had, and then I started into the luxury fashion houses. But that was more so like the gateway to luxury goods for me. You know, I feel that a lot of people can kind of can understand where I'm coming from because they might have done the same thing. But I love Coach. I will never knock them because I think that they are an awesome, awesome brand. But yeah. So this beauty right here, like I said, I think it's called the Demi baguette, maybe. I don't know. But I mean, seriously, look at that. It looks really good, right? And then on the inside, yeah, the inside, maybe not so much. Maybe it doesn't look so good. It's not bad. It's still stuffed, but I love it, and it is awesome. So this guy will also stay in my collection. As for my honorable mentions, they don't have any sentimental value or anything like that, and they're technically not forever pieces, but they're not going anywhere. So I guess you can call it that, right? But they are the Louis Vuitton pochette accessoires in the demi ben and in the monogram, and the main reason is because I learned my lesson, all right? I learned my lesson. I had them once upon a time, I sold them, and then I couldn't stop thinking about them, and I decided to add them back to my collection. So I even told you guys, I said, you could hold me to it. They're not going anywhere. So like I said, it's not technically a forever item, but in the event that I no longer use it as a mini handbag, which is what I normally end up using them for, I can use them inside of my larger handbags or even inside of my travel, inside of my keep-alls whenever we travel. So kind of, but not really a forever item. It's more so the fact that they're not going anywhere. You know, I promised myself, I promised you guys, and they will stay with me till the end of time. And the other honorable mention, it's technically not a forever item just yet. It is most certainly a favorite piece, something that I have talked about since the beginning of my channel. So it won't be a surprise. Only time will tell, but I'm almost positive it'll make it to that status. That is the Louis Vuitton Neverfull MM in the Demi Azur. I do have the 3 canvas prints, but when it comes to the Azur, I don't know, there's something about it. You know what I mean? I love the way that it looks with the honey golden patina, but mine is starting to go past the honey golden patina because I've had it for 100 years, it seems like. It's starting to get dark brown there. The interior needs to be cleaned. So I've thought about getting the leather replaced and redone. And I did get color transfer on it about 1.5 years ago, and I ended up wiping the excess off, but I still have color transfer, you know, and it didn't bother me because I've had it for, you know, I've had it for so long, but you can't really see it, although I know where it is, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's still technically not a forever item, but kind of like what I said with the GST, I am crazy about totes. I love to be able to carry everything that I need and be hands-free. And just the ease of using a tote is something that I've always been attracted to. So is it a favorite? Absolutely. I always talk about the Neverfull, but is it a forever item? Not just yet. Although, come on, the way I'm talking about it, I'm sure it's going to happen. But out of the 3, it's going to be the Azur for sure. Okay, now on to the small leather goods. Like I said, I have 4, and all 4 of them are from Louis Vuitton. The first one is my 6-ring key holder in the monogram canvas. Again, this is not a surprise. You guys have heard me rave about this forever and a day. So we all know how I feel about this item. We all know how I think it's an amazing piece and this and that. I have reviews on it and whatnot. But I have had it for over 10 years, and in those 10 years, I have made a ton of memories with this item. It has been with me through thick and thin. I know that might sound stupid, but it has. And usually when it comes to small leather goods, that's when I will hot stamp them. I'm very particular as to what I end up hot stamping in my collection, and in order for me to hot stamp it, then I consider it a forever item. So I did hot stamp it a few years ago with just a gold foil M. And I almost always end up going for the gold foil. I just really like the combination of it. But this item, I've said it before, if I got rid of everything else, you know, if I got rid of all of these other bags, like I said, these are the ones that I'm going to stick with. But even out of all of these forever items, this one would be the main survivor because I am just crazy about it. So the Louis Vuitton 6-ring key holder and the monogram canvas, and I've never gotten it repaired either. And it, I mean, it needs some major TLC. Look at that button. It is, I mean, it's pretty bad, but I still think it looks really good for as long as I had it and for as much as I've used it. All right, the next one is this cutie. This is the Louis Vuitton Mini Pochette and the Demi Ben. Now I do have 3 mini pochettes. I have the Demi Ben, the monogram, and I also have the Tahitian Demi Azur, and I love those two, but this one is the one that I constantly end up gravitating towards. And the reason why it's my forever item is because you guys know how crazy I am about this item. I use it to death, very, very versatile, but you know, I appreciate all the wear that it has. It has chipping on the zipper. It's starting to change color. The brass isn't even gold anymore. It's starting to turn yellow. And I don't know what happened to the tab, okay? But it looks like, I don't know, it looks like something bit it or something tore it apart. I have no idea. But this thing has been put through the ringer, you know, and the inside is also very dirty. It's still red, but if you were to see it in real life, it's like kind of like a dingy red. I don't know, but I've had it for, oh man, I can't remember. I think it's like, I don't know, 7+ years, 6+ years, something like that, maybe even a little bit longer. But I haven't gotten it repaired, and I have thought about getting it repaired because, you know, it needs the TLC. But to be honest, I appreciate all those little tidbits that should be replaced because I know that this item has been loved. I know that this item has been with me kind of like the 6-ring key holder. It's been with me through thick and thin. And I feel that all of these little beauty marks tell a story. So I won't be doing anything to it, and even if it ends up turning completely silver, and even if the inside ends up looking funky or whatever it is, I will continue to use this item, and like I said, it'll be with me till the very end. So the Louis Vuitton Mini Pochettes. And the last two are these guys right here. These are the Empreinte clays. This is in the cerise and this is in the noir. I recently did a video removing the chain on this one, and I had already removed the chain. And these I also ended up hot stamping. So I might end up hot stamping this one, to be honest. That might be the only thing I do to it. But as far as repairing it, no. But the hot stamps on here has 2 little hearts and an M. And then on this one, I have an M and the D. But the reason why these are my forever items is kind of like what I talked about with the mini pochette. I feel that they're incredibly versatile. And even though I do appreciate the regular clays, the canvas clays, and my very first Louis Vuitton item was my monogram one, so it does hold a special place in my heart. But these, I just constantly end up going towards. So in the event that I ever want to use these as a key holder, I can use them as a catch-all, or I can end up using them as a wallet, as I usually prefer to do. But I just, you know, I'm crazy about them. I really like the quality that these are, and I've had them for a while now. I believe I've had the Empreinte one for I think it's been 2.5 years or maybe 3 years, and I can't remember how long I've had the noir one for, but it's been a while as well. But I'm just crazy about them, and plus they're all leather, so the quality is just insanely gorgeous when it comes to the Empreinte leather from Louis Vuitton. So the versatility of them is the main reason why I consider them to be forever items. Alright you guys, so that does it for my forever items. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and as I said before, it doesn't mean that I don't appreciate some of the other pieces pieces that I have in my collection because I still love them and I still use them quite often, but these seem to stand out a little bit more and they make my heart sing a lot louder, especially because of the memories that are attached to them or the memories that I've been able to make while using them. But as I said, I will also be tagging a few people on the description box below, but I tag any one of you guys that wants to share, whether you want to make a video about it or whether you want to share on the comment section down below. I think that this is really fun. And remember, I'm talking about the ones that will be with you for the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years. But we can never tell the future, but let's pretend that we can. If you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already and you would like to, please subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the red button down below and hitting that bell so you're notified when I upload videos, which is anywhere from 2 to 3 times a week. And thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, make it a fabulous day or not. The choice is yours. Have a great day, you guys.